Hello everyone, it's Orsi from Women's Entrepreneurs. Today interview is a bit different from the ones you're used to. I'm chatting to Chrissie Charley, who I know for a few years. She's a beautiful person. She's a businesswoman. She's a mother of two, and she's a sun healer. So thank you, Chrissie, for having us and sharing your story with us.
You're welcome.
If we can start with just, if you can just introduce yourself to our viewers.
Sure. Well,
a few sentences. I know it's challenging, but
no problem. So as Orsi said, my name's Chrissie Charley. I'm 34 years old. I'm an Australian from Sydney, but I'm living in Byron Bay. Primarily, I'm a mother, and alongside that, I would sort of call myself a super creative. Actually, you know, I have a huge amount of creative projects on the boil at one time, and I'm in a stage in my life where all of them are expanding equally. You know, each of them are I'm so passionate about, and I'm just feeling incredibly fulfilled at the moment. So that's where I'm at in life at the moment.
You've been a businesswoman for quite a while.
Yeah,
you've tried many different things. What is the main businesses you are running at the moment?
The main things I'm doing at the moment are promoting my sound healing, which I do I work from home, and I work from out of a centre in Byron Bay. I come down to Sydney to treat clients. I will do group healings for anywhere and anyone. You know, recently I was in Peru and doing group healings for tours there, and so that keeps me on my toes. I'm very passionate about that. So also I'm launching a superfood powder with a business partner here in Sydney. So we're working very hard. We'll launch that in about 3 months.
Oh,
yeah.
Sounds great.
Oh, it's so exciting. And then there's a bunch of other things, but then the other main one is I'm working on some shamanic retreats, 3-day retreats up in Byron Shire. I'm working with a medicine man up there, and so we are very busy creating the material for these retreats and promoting them as well.
Is this for everyone or anyone?
Absolutely for everyone and anyone. The aim is to have men and women coming together and having a very deep experience of sacred ceremony, sort of earth-based medicine, with the idea of the divine masculine and the divine feminine coming together, beyond emotion. Absolutely, and using our power in the metaphysical. So yeah, I'm very busy with those 3 things. And
so helping people, it must be your passion.
Absolutely.
Because
absolutely,
you're helping, healing.
Yes, I think I mean, it's helping people, but I think my passion lies in the power of the human being. You know, I have absolute certainty of who we are and what we can do, and I guess my passion is to help people remember that and come into their own power, and of course help them through whatever's on their plate, but my passion really is about how powerful we are, you know?
Yeah. How would you identify yourself as a female entrepreneur? What does it mean to you?
The female aspect?
The female aspect.
That's interesting. I think...
what is that special power or special energy that only women can bring into this space?
Look, I really don't know if it's only women can bring it, but we're very good at it, and it's our intuition and our sense of feeling. And I think if women were to bring that more into their business projects, creative projects, they would have success, because we really are so powerful in our intuition, and that's kind of been beaten out of us, you know, over thousands of years. But rightly, it was our power. That's why we were persecuted for it. Do you know? And knowing
that's true.
It really is our power. So, you know, on a day-to-day sort of more practical basis, I guess that would just mean using our intuition and our feeling to make decisions, to decide who we're going to work with, what we're going to do, to go with our passion and our feeling. I think it's hugely important, and really the way forward for business.
Who inspires you? Where do you get the inspiration from?
Women in like people women? Do you think?
Anyone? No. You travel a lot, so might be that. Or
Yeah,
where do you get your creative energy? Where do you find that?
That's a good question. In fact, I think a lot of my creative energy comes from eating well, to be honest. To be eating a really sort of high raw diet with a lot of superfood supplements, best quality nutrition. I think, I don't think success in business or success in life can be separate from looking at the quality of the fuel we're putting into our body. So that's definitely where I get a lot of energy from. And I think a lot of energy also comes from doing what I love. If you're doing what you love in life, you can do it from 6 a.m. till midnight every day of the week, non-stop, and it will still feel like play. Won't feel like work. So I think that's very wise to choose your passions. Choose, your businesses in the areas of your passion. That's so important, because then you're absolutely overflowing, and that energy bubbles over. People pick up on that. They want to be involved. They want to help. It's hugely contagious. The energy from... That's
a great piece of advice. Is there anything that you would advise to women who are aspiring to be entrepreneurs?
Yes, I'd just say, firstly, choose an area of business that you're passionate about. Not what you think you can make money from, because at the end of the day you'll make your money, but your interest will burn out, and that's not sustainable. So it has to be something that you're really passionate about.
And money will follow.
Yes, absolutely.
Because things always follow the way if you go for something.
That's right. And I really do believe this new paradigm of business that we're moving into is all about doing things that are aligned to who you are and your passion. I think we're going to have less and less of people just going for businesses purely because of the financial outcome it might bring. That's not true. Integral. It's not really integral anymore. That's quite a dated mode of play in business. So I would definitely recommend that, to do what you love, and then just to get your systems in order. And if it's something,
it's
like,
other great advice.
Yeah, I think outsourcing is a huge way of the future. I.e., look at what you love to do in the business. If there's areas of it that you don't really enjoy, get someone else to do it. Someone who does enjoy it, someone who's made for that role, because that will also give you power in delegating, and your business will expand. Your support will expand. It's really important to stick with the bits you love. That's what I think.
I think family life and the business or businesses, that's also something which I hear from a lot of women that's challenging. How did you find that?
Well, it is challenging. It's just about having clear delineations of time and managing time well, and also being proud to be a mother. Carrying that confidence and pride into the time when you are spending with your children makes you a better businesswoman, I think, because your priorities are in line with love and our duties as women to take care of young children. That's a really beautiful thing. It's an incredibly beautiful thing. And
do you work your business around the family?
Yeah, absolutely.
Or are you separate, or how?
Look, a bit of both. The way I work and the way my business partner works with me, she has children also, is we just have to roll with the punches. You just have to be flexible, and I think that's also a really great energy to harness in business, is to be flexible. If something comes in, it can't be, oh my God, I was supposed to do this today. No, that's not wise. We have to be able to bend and move with what comes our way. To work with children at home, I think it enhances what we're doing in some ways, because also means we work when we've got time, when we're dedicated, we're motivated, we've got a piece of time, right, boom, we go for it. So it sort of makes the productivity high.
Yeah, that's interesting what you're saying.
Yeah, you think it'd be the opposite. That you have less productivity because you have children, but not so. Yeah,
that's interesting. What is a typical, very pleasant day for you, like in your life?
That's a beautiful question. It would entail waking up and having breakfast with my children, and then if I have
Can
them,
I picture that?
yeah, they're so sweet. If I have them for the day, you know, we would go to the beach or go to markets and you know, hang out with all our community up in Byron Shire, and you know, we have beautiful friends that come over for good food in our garden, and we play music, and after putting the children to bed, maybe like a poetry evening that I have at my house, or my women's circle, something like that would happen in the evening. And if I don't have my children, I'd be busy working, you know, working from home on Skype with my partner down here in Sydney, or going to a cafe in Byron and working from there, swimming.
You're using social media a lot?
Yes, just mainly for the sound healing, not for the other businesses as yet, but or will do, most definitely. But yes, I you know, a day for me is, you know, a lot of different things, moving around in the car, going here, going there, you know, enjoying the landscapes, enjoying the beach.
Yeah, that picture you painted sounded beautiful and I think very attractive to every one of us.
Yeah, good.
Thank you, Chrissie, so much. It was a pleasure to chat to you.
Oh, you're welcome.
I'm looking forward to hearing all about your adventures.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having us in this beautiful Bondi apartment.
Oh, you're welcome.
You watched Orsi and Chrissie from Women as Entrepreneurs. See you guys next time. Bye.